Hey there, Noodles. How are y'all doing today? Hope y'all are having a good day. Um, I'm gonna do some dishes. I got a lot of work to do today, so I don't have time to record the audio for this while sitting in a quiet room right now. I gotta get these dishes done by a certain time, and I have some other responsibilities I have to take care of before in a very limited time. So I'm gonna try to get some of these dishes washed, doing some daily chores while I talk to y'all instead of just standing here in silence. Um, But dude, it's 2025, guys. It's August 2025. The year is like over halfway over. And unfortunately, I'm still broke. Um, I really was hoping this year was gonna turn around for me before fall started approaching, as I really had some really big hopes and plans for this fall. And it looks like they're just gonna have to be pushed off for a little bit. It looks like the universe does not want those dreams to come into fruition just yet. Um, More important things like financial stability and getting a new vehicle and a couple other things that are very much need to be done. And also just getting a new 9 to 5 needs to be done at this point because my traveling gig where I travel around the country is not paying enough right now, and there's just not enough opportunities to make it worthwhile. So I just need to buckle down and make some money here in 2025, like hardcore. Like I need to make more money in these last 4 5 months of 2025. Yeah, 4 months of 2025 than I have made in the rest of 2025. So that is going to be a bit of a challenge. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that challenge. I'm sure there's at least one person out there that is also needing money desperately in 2025. And not just money because you need money or some bullshit, like actually need it for like rent and bills, or homelessness is around the corner. They always say like you're always like one paycheck away from homelessness, and I 100% agree with that because living in the city has really taught me just how little the world cares about hardship and financial problems people might run into. The world cares about the money that they want to make, and that's unfortunate, but that's just the world and society we live in. And until we can escape the matrix or this type of capitalistic living, you know, that's kind of what we're born and stuck in growing up and raised in. And usually, if you're anything like me, have made poor life decisions, which would put you in a position to be in debt or stuff like that. Oh, sorry, that's a little loud. Hopefully this recording isn't too loud with the background noise of me washing dishes while doing this. If it is, I do apologize, and I promise you not every single one of my videos is going to be like this. But hey, thanks for joining me to do my dishes today. I appreciate it. Gotta scrub some of these pans up, get the baking goodness that's been baked onto it scrubbed off. Unfortunately, and yeah, so just like I'm doing these dishes, we all gotta work at life, and sometimes though, bro, I don't know, man. This year's been rough for me, and dude, I don't know what to do. I need money bad. I need at least a good 1,000 to survive the rest of this month, if not 2,000 to make it at least somewhat, so I'm not hungry every other night or only able to afford one meal a day. Even a couple hundred extra would change my world right now. And what the sad part is if I even had a couple hundred now, it would be hard for me to refuse not to give it away, because I have a friend right now who is trying to scrounge up $150 to finish paying his rent for August, which he hasn't been able to pay. And that's, I know him, he's been grinding really hard trying to get a job for the past 2-3 months, and he just hasn't been able to find anything consistent that is actually beneficial and long lasting. He's got a couple odd jobs here and there, works for some temp agencies, and he's just really struggling. And I will admit, I haven't looked as hard as he has been these past months, but I want to, and I'm starting today. I've put in several applications already. I'm putting an application in probably all till like I fall asleep tonight. I'm not going to be doing any relaxation or fun. I'm just going to be applying to jobs and sending emails all night, and writing cover letters, trying to get any job I can that'll just pick me up as quick as possible. Try to do some online ways of making money. We will see if any of those work out. I do have some things I need to sell on eBay and Facebook Marketplace I'm going to try to get rid of. If really need be, I will run to a local pawn shop, try to get rid of some stuff. But hopefully I can get rid of, my bike and a printer and a couple other things on Facebook and, use those to my benefit. And those things that I'm no longer using or benefiting me, they are needing to be taken out of my life and clearly turned into money at this point. So hopefully I can get rid of most of those items that I really just don't need in my life anymore, or they're not benefiting me right now, just so I can, potentially cover bills and stuff. Unfortunately, some of those things I have to get rid of are my hobby items. I'm gonna probably be posting some of them on r/mini swap, just trying to get rid of some minis, and stuff like that. But that's okay. I'm gonna not let the daunting task of potentially nothing coming from my efforts not get me down this time, because I've lived a life like that for the past probably good 12, 13 months that I got really discouraged. Things that I expected to work out didn't work out, and I realized I was putting too much expectations on myself, too many on life, and just expecting something to come from nothing, instead of realizing that the only good things in life really do come from a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication. And sometimes it happens overnight, sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes weeks. You can't really predict how long it's going to take till you're there, or wherever you're trying to get. How you don't know how long it's going to take you. Sometimes it takes us longer than others, and that's really unfortunate, because some of us don't are just not doing well, bro. Some of us, like, the bare necessities are sometimes hard to get by. Like right now, I'm struggling just to pay $1,400 a month on rent, and I feel really stupid and ridiculous saying that, because I'm a grown adult, I'm almost 30 years old, and I should be able to pay that amount of rent. I've paid almost $2,000. I think I have paid $2,000, including like electricity and utilities, for rent every month for a good 2-3 years before in the past. Of course, I had a better paying job, but yeah, man, like I really need to get back into doing that, because clearly the way the world's going around right now, there's not too many other options. And there's really not. One thing I've really had to learn the hard way this year is no one's coming to save me. And even the people that I thought were going to be there if I did crash and burn, you can't guarantee that they're going to be there for you, because that's just how this world works. Sometimes people are available, sometimes they're available at certain points in your life, and they're not available at other points. And that's the sad part, is even there are people out there that would love to help and want to help and try to help, but they can't help in the way that is needed, whether it be monetarily or emotionally or whatever that help is needed. Sometimes people, you can't have expectations of people, and like, it's okay to have expectations, but it's not okay to hold people accountable for expectations that, like, aren't guaranteed. I mean, this just maybe not held accountable, but like, I guess hold resentment against them for what's not guaranteed. And that includes like daily living though too. So like, even like when you're trying to find a new job, like, you can't hold resentments against the store for not hiring you, because they don't need to hire someone right at this moment when you need a job. They're a company, they don't really give a crap about like their workers. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know what I'm really trying to say here, but besides like, god damn, y'all, if any of y'all have a good idea how to make some quick money that's an easy and legal safe way, please fucking let me know, because I really could use some extra money right now. And I've been struggling to scrounge up a few dollars that I do need for bills that are coming up here in a couple weeks, and I really don't have many options besides just putting my best foot forward, putting applications into jobs, trying to sell things online, continuing to make YouTube videos and connect with people over them and provide insight and inspiration. And I know this video is not really like that. This video is kind of the opposite of inspiration. It's more depressing. Who knows? Maybe my videos are more depressing than inspiring. But I am really trying to be inspiring here on this channel and bring people good luck and bring people happiness and maybe a break away from their life, or just at the very least a good feeling of that they aren't alone in the struggles of life. Because some days I feel like I need that, and a lot of the days, I will be honest, I make the YouTube videos I make are not for anyone else. I make them for me, and that's really healthy. I feel like right now I'm talking to y'all because I don't have anyone to talk to really, and it's more I don't really think of it as talking. I think more of it as venting, and then at the same time, but it is talking because I am, expressing my thoughts, and it's kind of like venting, but also at the same time I'm processing. So I guess this is me processing real hard today, trying to figure out and think real hard, and try not to panic or sit in my house and just silently scream to myself that this world, scream that I just want to give up and not try anymore. Because honestly, that's what I want to do sometimes. I just want to give up and not keep trying to make things work because they're not working. So giving up and just taking a wrong path in life feels like a better option at this point. But I know in the end it's not. So yeah, guys, don't give up. Even when you feel like you want to give up, or you should give up, or it's the right thing to do, maybe take a second and take a step back and really contemplate it and be like, man, okay, this is a big decision here, Like, what can I do before the decision to give up on something? Because, I've really contemplated these last few weeks and just giving up on trying to be a successful human being in society, like getting a job, making money, keeping happy relationships. A lot of things have been very discouraging for me recently, and I don't like that, and I don't want that for anyone, But it's just also part of life, because life isn't fair, and life doesn't you can't get your cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very rare, at the very least, to be able to get that. So, I don't know. I hope you're all having a good day. Thanks for listening to me ramble today. I'm just, really stressed about money right now, honestly. I'm really trying to figure out what to do to make a little bit extra money for this month because, dude, it's just needed. And, it's like a necessity. It's like as much as breathing at this point, and unfortunately society has pushed us all to the point where we feel that way. I'm sure there's a lot of you that feel the same, or at least similar pressure, monetarily or financially. And, it sucks. But at the same time, bro, if you do got a little extra give, and you want to throw it my way, maybe I'll throw my Cash App or my Venmo or something like that down in the description. But, I'm not expecting anything from any of y'all viewers. But, I just do want you guys to know that, just you turning up to a video and showing up and being here and being kind and just giving me a thumbs up, even if you have nothing to give, that's more than enough. I'm not really, I guess this is my call to action, for YouTube's sake, me asking people for money. Wow, that's a great call to action, Josh. But, in reality, I would rather you guys have take an extra 2-3 minutes and just subscribe. Because, in the long run, yeah, you might be able to give me $10, $20 now or something like that, but I'd rather you guys throw me a free sub because, in the long run, I think that sub is going to mean a lot more than whatever anyone can monetarily give me now. So yeah, if y'all can just, if you guys have an extra minute, give this video a little thumbs up, and maybe a little subscribe, maybe share it with a friend if you really thought it was funny, or really thought it was silly, or really thought it was dumb. I don't really care. Just share it, bro. Just a little something if you guys can, and if you can't, that's all cool too. If you hated the video and don't think anyone should see it, downvote this motherfucker, and don't show it with anyone. But for real, guys, just go out there, be kind today. I love y'all. If you can in 2025, go make yourself some extra bread. don't put yourself in the same shoes I'm in right now. It's not fun. All right, you guys have a good night. Get some rest. All right, catch you later. Bye.